It's an all. Eastern Conference matchup in today's game as the Celtics come into town for this one. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, I'm Kevin Harlan. And our very own Allie LaForce has the sidelines covered for us tonight. For the Knicks, they continue their stretch of home games.
And you can tell that both teams will be a little on edge in this one, given the rivalry these teams have. It could be an emotional game.
And who doesn't love this stuff? Two teams that have beef. Look, the stakes are a little bit higher, and it should make this a very interesting matchup.
Nobody near Leonard. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. You know, RJ, tonight it figures to be a physical contest. Each of these teams excelling in rebounding.
Yeah, that's what both hang their hat on. This is a pride matchup. When you identify as a rebounding team, you never want to lose that battle.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Earlier I spoke with Mike Brown. I asked him about keys to the game, and he said all roads lead to Steph Curry, in particular, his movement off ball. Coach said even when you try to switch, he finds little pockets of space, then he uses that quick trigger to beat closeouts. It's never an easy matchup. Back over to you.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. And the basket is good.
Supreme confidence. Smith really stretches the floor with his ability to shoot.
George with the bounce pass. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Howard. Here's Boston now. And defensively, man, the Celtics sure switch a lot.
Yeah, that strategy is the norm in the NBA. They have versatile defenders to do it, though, and it's still a big part of how they stifle their opponent's three-point shooting.
And the basket by Curry.
Does Steph Curry have the greatest jumper ever? Well, yes, and the bucket was another reason why I say yes.
George double-teamed, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Smith left side. Curry looking it over. To the paint. Here's Howard. And Bull pulls it down. And so Fox will bring it up for New York.
Oh, nice finish. What a move by PG with a hard finish.
And it's Wallace penetrating. And the jam by Wallace.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Outside for George. Pass the Bull. Just 5 on the clock. Rebounded by Howard. 1:31 left in the first quarter of the game. Now Curry. Over Bull. Curry, good. Curry's got 6.
Just shows you how impressive Curry's shooting ability is, that he can adjust for any distance.
Here's Fox, and it's sent back by Howard. Here's Smith, and Smith with the stuff.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Now here's Wallace. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Here's Fox. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
He is a rare one who's more comfortable inside. Fox, look, his game is about attacking, getting in close, not necessarily making a ton of threes.
Now here's Wallace. Curry with a wide open look. It's good from long range. He's got 9.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
High-intensity play from Paul George, taking it to the defense.
The Knicks shooting their first free throws of this.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Picked by Reed. Now Curry. He's got 9. Count it.
Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looks. It's a challenging shot.
To the middle. Here's George. The putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. It's been all up.
11. The Celtics. 17.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Boston.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
And I also like how they've trusted one another with the rock, creating shots by keeping the ball moving.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie Laporte.
Thanks. The Celtics trying to keep that laser focus. Coach Joe Mazzulla said, quote, the closer you are to winning, the easier it is to become distracted by things that you can't control. Things that don't matter. Mindset, discipline, and mental toughness are what separate you. Back over to you guys.
Staying dialed in. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to go on Naz Reid. It's his first trip to the line.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And G.A., you started your career with the Knicks. What memories do you have from your time in New York?
Well, after winning a championship in college, it was great to play for a team in the NBA that had similar aspirations, so many great veterans to learn from, and a Hall of Fame coach.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Fox. Great positioning on the putback.
How about the persistence on the backboard? Love how hard Bagley works on the offensive glass. Wants to outwork everybody.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
And stolen by Dunn. It's 3 outside. And the Celtics another 3.
He just didn't like what he saw inside, so he takes the open transition 3. But if he missed, Coach might have had some words for him.
Now here's Curry. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Puts up a deep 3. The shot by Curry, no good. Knicks trailed by 11. A pass to Fox. Back to George. Lays it up off the glass. George has got 5 points so far.
I love seeing George be so assertive down low. Certainly doesn't lack confidence. An accomplished scorer.
Pass to Curry. Nice take from Curry. A wide open look for Bird. That 3 off the mark. And here's George. Dunn covering. Chalk up 2 there. 7 points in the game. RJ, one defensive stat that teams are tracking these days, deflection. Why do you think that's so important to him?
Well, it's a measure of your activity and disruption. Even if you don't get the steal, messing up the flow of a team's offense can be so impactful.
Making that move right lane. Back to
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. De'Aaron Fox, RJ, isn't the only member of his family that can shoot the ball. His wife's pretty good, too.
Oh, you're right about that. His wife played Division I basketball at 2 big-time schools. She was pretty good in her day, and De'Aaron wears number 4 to honor her.
Celtics leading by 7. It's Curry outside. No good on that one. Here's Fox. And Boston with the rebound.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
Outside Curry. Back to Howard. Shot clock at 4. And it's Dwight Howard with the finish.
And it only takes a little effort on behalf of Howard to rise up for the flush, using that size and strength to jam it down.
Here's Curry. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. And now it's an 11-point Celtic lead.
And his ability to efficiently score, that really helped him out in this one, putting them ahead on the scoreboard.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
The Knicks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. The Celtics have been a title contender for years now. So, RJ, what do you attribute that to?
Well, their talent level has been off the charts. But something else you can point to is their defense. The Celtics have been an elite defensive team for over a decade.
High post shot. That one's not going to go.
And usually that's a bucket for him. But look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Now here's Curry. He's got 19. Out to Smith. Shot clock at 6. Here's Howard. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
The Celtics shooting their first free throw of the game.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Free throw no good for Howard.
And the defensive prowess of Howard is simply phenomenal. Not only a shot-blocking master, but his mere presence alone makes shooters incredibly nervous.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Wallace outside. Boston again missing. Inside. Bull. And the dunk by Bull.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
32.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Curry with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And whatever the D has thrown at him, he's had an answer. His offense is coming naturally to him because he keeps things simple. You hear that, people? Keeps things simple.
Knicks trailed by 7. Outside, Fox. And the foul called on Cason Wallace. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Fox. Leonard looking around. 6 to shoot. Nobody near George. Nails the wide open jump shot. George has got the first points to start out the third quarter for New York. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Hey, OG Anunoby is so disruptive. He's led the league in steals. And he said, I want to be the defensive player of the year. I've always thought I was the best defender in the league. I'm athletic enough, strong enough, and smart enough to defend every single position. Guys?
Very confident. Thanks so much for the report, Allie. Smith wide open. He fires. Can't hit from 12. Fires from deep. And Paul George good for 3. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
You can't lose track of PG. He is a lethal catch-and-shoot option.
Smith outside. And again, Boston with the triple.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Cole, that's good. Bulls got his second bucket of the night.
And this has been a nice start to the second half. They're 3 out of 4 in the rhythm on the offense right now.
Here's Curry with the 3. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
And here is Fox. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Takes it inside. Bull, that's good.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Curry. He's got 25. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That is his first foul of the game.
After a perfect first half in terms of ball control, the cracks have started to show. And now they're looking more and more vulnerable.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Boston making some changes. Knicks trailed by 7. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And stolen by Dunn. Jaquez outside. Reed in the post. Pass to Bird. 4 on the shot clock. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Dunn misses. Here's Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George. 8 points for Leonard.
Continuing to impress as a playmaker. George's ability to facilitate an offense is one of his many strengths.
Now, here is Bird. Still yet to score. And it goes out of bounds. That's one off ball. 1:29 left to play in the third. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Jaquez. And he slams it one-handed.
Flushing it on a much taller defender. That is just filthy.
Stolen by Reed. Pass to Dunn. Bird left side. Jaquez outside. Dunn outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's Jaquez with the drive. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Substitution on the court.
Knicks trailed by 7. And stolen by Dunn. Curry on the wing. And a miss there on the triple. And it's Fox with the ball for New York. Over in the corner, Allen sinks the triple. Allen's got 5.
Pretty slick by Fox right there, giving it away to the guy who is ready to attack.
43-29.
Here's Curry. 25 points in the game. over Fox. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And we've reached the end of the third. Celtics lead by 4. And we'll have
43.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Mike Brown was saying to the team. Coach telling the team, we're right in this. We have to keep fighting. If we can get consecutive stops, we've got a shot. We'll see if they can come back, guys.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that. Van Vliet looking around. Pass to Reed. Shoots over Reed. And he starts out with the miss in this one. Smith right side. Down low. Reed gets the bucket. Reed's got his first points in this one.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Van Vliet with the bounce pass. Here's Shanpenny. Shoots over Curry. Reed with the rebound.
Looked like he just rushed it there. Just maybe take a little bit more time in the future.
Back to Anunoby. Picked by Reed. Just 5 to shoot. Curry outside. Curry nails the triple.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Fox with it.